What's up? We're in Hanover, Pennsylvania today, and I just wanted to do a quick stroll down York Road here to tell you a little bit of the pros and cons of living in Hanover, PA. So I feel like I'm a bit well equipped because I just moved here not long ago, so quite a bit of the culture shock of moving from Baltimore City to a small town like Hanover, where Baltimore City has like 500,000 people, and Hanover only has about 15,000 in its population. I feel like I'm pretty well equipped to tell you a little bit about what I experienced when I moved up. So, first pro, obviously, of Hanover, PA was that the prices for housing were quite a bit lower than in Baltimore City. Our average sales price is just under 300,000. The rental property market here for a very large minimum 3-bedroom property is going to be about just under $2,000. A lot of people like to move up to Hanover and still commute to Baltimore, which you can do. You can be to the Baltimore Beltway in about 45 minutes. You can also be to 83 in about a half an hour, heading down to like Towson or points that 83 will get you to. One thing about Hanover that a lot of people like is that it's very scenic, and we have a lot of historic properties. A lot of these houses have been built back in like the 1800s, so they've been standing for a long time. They're very ornate. We have a mix of properties here depending on what you are looking for in a house, because we have the older colonials. We have a lot of neighborhoods that have new builds, properties that have been built back in the 70s, 80s, 90s. And we have a lot of development happening with new construction. So if that's what you're into, new construction, we have everything. That we have Cadorus State Park, which is a very large outdoor park with a man-made lake. There's paddle boats. You can rent a pontoon boat. There's a lot of fishing and hiking that goes on up there. So there's a lot to do all year round. There's also numerous festivals that we have, and you're really close to Gettysburg. A lot of people think that Hanover is family friendly, and we have some very top-rated schools here in Hanover. I'll put the links below for that. We have a lot of top-rated schools in Hanover. Parent reviews are very high for the schools in this area, and most people seem pretty happy with the school district in general. So a couple of the cons of moving to Hanover is, unless you're looking for like an industrial job, manufacturing, or working in one of the food warehouses, there's not much outside of that for work. So if you're moving here, you might still need to commute to either York or Baltimore if you're doing some sort of tech work or something like that. Another con of moving to Hanover is going to be the transportation. We're very limited on public transportation here. There's barely any buses. There is 0 cab companies in Hanover, and Uber and Lyft coverage is going to be very slim. So you could wait all night for an Uber ride. So you're going to have to get around on your own here. Although on the flip side of that, the town is very walkable. You can get to a lot of things by foot or bike. So if you're living without a car, you could do it here. Okay, and the final con of living here is going to be like the nightlife, restaurant options in Hanover. A lot of places close early, like 8 or 9 at night, and that's it. There's no real like clubbing or bar hopping. So if you're used to the city life where you can go out until 3 a.m., the only place you can really go at 3 a.m. in Hanover is going to be the Taco Bell. So that might be a little culture shock for you. It was a little bit for me. It took a little bit getting used to, not being able to run down to the harbor and grab a crab cake sandwich at 1 in the morning. So it was a little bit of an adjustment, but if you're into small town life, there's probably no place better to get started than Hanover, Pennsylvania. So that's it for this walk. Just wanted to fill you in about what's going on up here in Hanover. If you're looking to move, if you have any questions about properties or the area in general, feel free to reach out to me. There's links all over. I'm also going to drop some information about, crime statistics, school ratings, Wikipedia, some other helpful resources for moving to Hanover, Pennsylvania. And if you have any questions, always feel free to reach out, like, subscribe, all that, and we'll keep bringing the videos.